are you, Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark made every single player around her more dangerous today. This is not only the best point guard in the league, this is an MVP candidate, and this is a contender for the best player in the world.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's hard foul. Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark goes over, does a hard foul, commits a hard foul on Angel Reese.
This is a basketball play.
Now, with this play, they did call a flagrant one on Caitlin Clark.
They called a flagrant for this, which I do not think was the correct call.
If Caitlin Clark would have reacted that way last year, people wouldn't have been taking shots as often as they would have.
Right here it is right here. She comes in, gets a little grab around her, trying to kind of hold her, really. And Angel Reese loses her mind. I mean, if you can't tell me there is not true animosity, jealousy, and agenda ate up right there, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that was a big nothing. Wow. Where was a technical foul for Angel Reese losing her temper?
In front of a packed house of more than 17,000 spectators, Caitlin Clark made a full-fledged statement throughout this game.
This is what a sellout looks like. 17,274 fans, and it was fully sold out. It was packed.
I'm looking at Caitlin Clark make an announcement today that it's over. The BS, denying her place in the game. She's going to rewrite and shatter the record books. She could easily average a triple-double.
What began as a typical season opener turned into one of the WNBA season's most talked about moments when Angel Reese not only blew up, but she also charged at Caitlin Clark in a moment that instantly went viral on social media.
It's unbelievable. This is another view right here of Angel just really dropping F-bombs. I think she says, you're effing crazy, something like that, blah, blah, blah. You crazy as F. What the F is wrong with you?
Aaliyah Boston steps in and stops Angel Reese.
But what came next? Instead of recoiling or retaliating verbally, Caitlin battled back with a historic triple-double and a merciless destruction of the Chicago Sky.
Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in a season opener in WNBA history.
Caitlin Clark, a triple-double, 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Angel Reese, 17 boards, 12 points in a losing effort. Gets a double-double, they're gonna lose the game. She shot 35% from the field.
Caitlin Clark now has the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history because she is that damn good.
Angel Reese went from being the catalyst to being humbled in under 40 minutes, and the Indiana Fever made it quite evident that a new era had begun.
It was the worst nightmare that the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese could have possibly imagined. Destroyed the Sky in front of a sold-out 17,000+, fouled Angel Reese. Angel Reese loses her mind, tries to fight Caitlin Clark. It's glorious.
Right now, if you're a genuine Caitlin Clark fan, you'll see that everything began with a straightforward rebound battle, but swiftly turned into a heated altercation that characterized the evening.
Pay attention here. Caitlin pointed, a little hard foul there. Angel Reese gets up. Aaliyah Boston shoves her, gives her a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh. Hey man, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her, she was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out.
ESPN anti-Caitlin Clark agenda on full display, going on and on about how that needs to be a flagrant foul.
Shortly after Angel Reese pushed Natasha Howard from behind during a struggle for position beneath the rim, Caitlin Clark witnessed the incident and alerted the referees right away. However, the officials failed to notice the shove, so Clark made a quick decision and ran back, calling a hard take foul on Reed to prevent an easy layup, which in turn ignited a powder keg.
This is a common foul. It's already a gift. Angel didn't try to swing at Caitlin. Wait, how do you call a T on Caitlin for walking away? How do you call a double T on Angel and Aaliyah, surely?
Everyone was stunned by what transpired when Angel Reese struck the floor hard, not by the foul itself.
Jason Whitlock, other than jealousy, what is Reese's motivation for animosity towards Clark? I said she's jealous AF. She sees the attendance, the ratings, gate revenue. It's not close. She's a media-created rival.
Reese sprang to her feet, yelling and cursing at Clark, and her colleagues, Aaliyah Boston and Courtney Vanderloot, had to physically restrain her to prevent her from getting worse.
Watch Caitlin Clark's face right here. Watch this. Caitlin Clark is back with revenge. and not taking any mess. You understand me?
Untucking her jersey, Reese rushed down the floor and continued to throw taunts at Clark, saying things like, "You crazy as F," and "What the F is wrong with you?" The WNBA had previously witnessed physical games, but this one was personal, and despite what some may say, was simply the intensity of the competition. Many viewers saw through it. This wasn't just frustration though, it was jealousy boiling over. Several commentators and creators noted that Angel Reese didn't react this way because of a single foul. Rather, she did so because the spotlight was shifted. She saw Clark enter the WNBA and immediately become the league's face, the media darling, and the person that fans had come to see. And in that moment, under the pressure of a national audience and another impending defeat, she snapped.
Now, what I didn't like that Angel Reese did is even after that play, she kind of kept going, and it seemed like more and more people needed to hold her back. Like, she was untucking her jersey, she was saying stuff to Caitlin and kind of walking down the sideline. I thought that was too excessive.
Meanwhile, the actual foul, even Angel Reese acknowledged in her post-game remarks that it was only a basketball play and that the referees got it correct, but her on-court outburst told a different tale. Clark described it as a simple take foul, a calculated maneuver to avoid an easy bucket, a tale of growing tension, damaged egos, and an unending rivalry.
Caitlin said, "It was either Angel gets a wide open layup or we send her to the free throw line. It was a basketball play. There was nothing malicious behind it. I just knew I had to foul her hard."
The WNBA attempted to portray this game as a hard contest, but Angel Reese made it into a spectacle by portraying Clark as the antagonist when, in reality, Clark only played clever physical basketball.
People are going to make it into something bigger than it needs to be. They're going to make this rivalry come back, this manufactured rivalry.
Even though this wasn't the first time, Angel Reese allowed her feelings to take over the game. This time the entire globe was watching while she did it. As usual, Caitlin Clark let her game speak for itself, and this particular game was historic.
I mean, we're right back to where we were last season. Angel Reese continuing to have to use Caitlin Clark to cash checks. Angel Reese greatly overreacted, but I think she reacted in a way that I think many of us sort of expected her to react.
Let that sink in. No player in league history had ever performed a triple-double in a WNBA season opener until Caitlin Clark. Clark didn't just react to the drama, she destroyed it, leaving the entire arena buzzing from the altercation. Clark also turned up the ante and gave the kind of performance that legends are made of.
Most 20-point, 10-assist games in WNBA history. 10, Courtney Vandersloot. 9, Caitlin Clark in just over 41 games. And 9, Diana Taurasi, literally played for 2 decades in the league.
She received 20 points in the end. 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 steals demonstrate that she is a complete player in addition to being a top scorer.
This game was not close. 93-58.
Her handling of pressure rather than responding to Reese's antics was what further enhanced her control. Clark maintained her composure, remained locked in, and executed flawlessly. She sliced through the Sky's defense with surgical precision, dropped deep logo threes, spun no-look passes, and made every possession appear effortless.
But we have to give DeWanna Bonner her flowers because in this game, she moved into third in the league's highest scorer in her first game with the Indiana Fever.
She has tied Tina Thompson for third on the all-time scoring list. Caitlin Clark making the crowd to get into it. Bonner celebrating.
Let's discuss a few of those highlights. These weren't meaningless stats or garbage time numbers. Rather, they were game-changing plays that changed momentum, crushed the opponent's spirit, and reminded everyone exactly who Caitlin Clark is. Speaking of Aaliyah Boston, she was right there with Clark dominating in the paint. One play in particular had the crowd going wild when Clark hit a 3 at the halftime buzzer, silencing the Sky and sending Indiana into the locker room with a commanding lead. Another moment came when she delivered a beautiful assist to Aaliyah, Boston for her 10th assist, securing the triple-double.
Caitlin Clark blocks Angel Reese's 4-foot 2-point shot. Angel Reese had 4 block shots in this game. Aaliyah Boston had 5, including 3 in a row. One of them was on Angel Reese. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses 2-point shot. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses layup.
Boston scored 19 points. Together, 13 rebounds and 5 blocks. As the first 2 players to combine for that many blocks in a season opener, Clark and Boston created history. Natasha Howard contributed 15 points, and Kelsey Mitchell scored 15 more.
Aaliyah Boston, 13 rebounds, 19 points. Natasha Howard, 15 points. Kelsey Mitchell, 15 points.
This was a team sending a message to the league, not a one-woman show, but don't make any mistakes. Even more disheartening for Angel Reese was the way Caitlin Clark directly affected her play. At one point during the game, Caitlin blocked Reese's close-range attempt. Yes, the same Caitlin Clark critics say she is incapable of playing defense, and stripped Reese under the basket on a different possession, while Boston repeatedly swatted her in the paint.
Angel Reese may be the most petty, insufferable athlete in sports right now. Her jealousy for Caitlin Clark has made her act a fool on and off the court.
Reed did record a double-double with 12 points and 17 rebounds, but it was a meaningless game because she shot poorly, missed a number of baskets, and had no real influence on the result. In fact, every time she attempted to make an impression, the entire Boston Fever team shut her down. As Reed dismantled Clark Rose, she played with poise, leadership, and confidence, never once resorting to cheap shots or trash talk.
By the way, this is Angel Reese right after Caitlin Clark hit that three-pointer.
Let's not make this anything. It was just a basketball play. There were no dramas or excuses, only dominance, as her post-game interview stated. In direct contrast to Reese's tantrum, Clark even thanked Aaliyah Boston for supporting her, demonstrating a degree of humility and sportsmanship that was perfectly obvious in 4K. If anyone wanted evidence of who the true face of the WNBA is, this game provided it.
No one in league history with that stat line. Triple-double for Caitlin Clark, 20, 10, 10, 4 blocks, 2 steals.
And LeBron James gave her a shout out on social media. And it wasn't only fans who saw it. After wagering $25,000 on Clark to record a triple-double Tama, Dave Portoy left with $350,000 more, following the final buzzer, which caused the whole arena's 17,000 plus spectators to rise in a sold-out frenzy that felt more like a playoff game than a season opener. Catchings was there courtside, hugging Clark. Caitlin Clark did more than simply humble Angel Reese. She reminded everyone of what makes her unique, why every arena she visits sells out, and why the Indiana Fever are a genuine threat rather than merely a rebuilding project. Reese started the fire, but Clark started the flames, and when the clock struck 0, there was only one name being chanted: Caitlin Clark.
Dave Portnoy won $350,000. He placed a $25,000 bet on a Caitlin Clark triple-double right before tip-off, and he won $350,000.
Dave Portnoy actually posted a $25,000 bet that he had placed that Caitlin Clark would record a triple-double, undying faith in Caitlin Clark's talents. And what do you know? He is a whole $350,000 richer. And this is what he said.
All right, heading back to the airport. Just went to game 1, Caitlin Clark show. Triple-double, 20, 10, 10. Fever win by 40. I win $400K because I had 13-1. I told you it's Caitlin's season. The Fever are the team to beat. And then obviously Angel Reese, who actually played okay and looked like she improved her game, made a mockery of her existence. She got fouled, totally common foul by Caitlin Clark, going for a layup, falls down and then attacks her basically and makes it just a joke out of her existence and why everybody hates Angel Reese. And shame on the WNBA upgrading this to a flagrant foul. That's a flagrant foul. It was the most common routine foul of all time. End of the story. It's a win-win-win. Fever looked great. Caitlin Clark looks like she's going to be the MVP of the league. Angel Reese made a fool out of herself, and we won by 100, and I won. So we're back in the good mode, back in the winning. Yesterday was tough with the Celtics, but we're back, baby, and it all starts with who? CC, 22, Caitlin Clark.
When Caitlin Clark celebrated history, the scoreboard revealed a rivalry that is no longer even close. Not just a basketball thumping, as the Indiana Fever exited the field with a resounding 93-58 victory. Angel Reese was in the midst of a self-inflicted storm. She entered the game intending to rekindle a rivalry, but instead left, revealing her lack of effectiveness, mental instability, and incapacity to guide her squad during crucial situations. Let's face the truth, although Reese finished with a double-double of 12 points and 17 rebounds, anyone who watched the game knows that those numbers were meaningless because she only made 35% of her field goals, missed several layups, layups and was consistently pushed beneath the rim. Caitlin Clark literally blocked her shot, and Aaliyah Boston sent her packing multiple times. Natasha Howard fought her on the boards, and every time Ree missed a shot or screamed at the referees, her frustration increased, and so did her visibility. Meanwhile, the Fever were focused, and they humiliated the Sky in addition to beating them. If you're a true Caitlin Clark fan, tell the world which side you support in the comments section. Caitlin Clark GOAT 100%. Don't forget to press the bell, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. We'll see you in the next